Okay, Cossack Crazies, as we're just putting ourselves together here and making sure that we can hear stuff, we can do stuff. A couple minutes later than I wanted to be, but we're up live right here on YouTube. This is Jason Salzman on Sal's Media, another Monday edition of the Sioux Valley Coaches Show. We're going to have a couple of basketball teams here. The girls are going to go first, the boys are going to go second. A big weekend that we got to talk about down in Madison at the Hometown Classic down there. But before we bring up Jamie Granum, we're going to thank our exclusive presenter for everything that we do here on Sal's Media, Bankstar Financial. With locations in Volga, Brookings, and Elkton, Bankstar provides big-time business with a small-town feel. Looking to finance a home? Need a car loan? How's your retirement plan looking? Stop in today to chat with the local professionals. Bank on the bright side. Bankstar Financial, a proud sponsor of everything we do here on Sal's Media and Sioux Valley Athletics. You can see a few of those other sponsors rolling in the corner of the screen. We'll talk about more of our sponsors as we roll through this. But a big week at the Hometown Classic down in Madison. If you were there, you enjoyed every part of it. Maybe not all of the minutes, but two fantastic wins by our teams. For the boys' side, we also got to talk about the Entringer. That was last, Wednesday, as the boys got a big win over the Iroquois Lake Preston Sharks. So the boys go 2-0 on their week. I'm just going to bring up the South Dakota score feed just so we can see some things that are going on out there and talk about what's coming up this week as the girls have a game tomorrow night. Dubrick's coming to town, so that'll be right at the Cossack Center, a home game for the girls. And then this weekend, it's the Roundball Classic on Saturday, so we'll talk about that with head coach Bill Vincent. And he's got a game on Friday night as well, as Lakota Tech is going to be here for the weekend. So they're doing a Friday night game as well. It should be fun. All sorts of fun stuff to be had there. As far as a Monday schedule, there are some girls' games happening tonight. We're going to talk about those with head coach Jamie Granum. We'll go through all of that. I think what we'll do is we'll bring up the head coach and do a little chatting. Jamie Granum, let's have you sit in the old hot seat there. You should be ready to go. I think you can hear me over there, hopefully. Hi there. Can you hear everything over there?
I've got you, Salzy. Can you hear me good?
I can, yeah.
Okay.
Just get that microphone in front of you a little bit more.
Okay.
Turn that up, turn that up. You can hear over there? That's good.
I've got you.
That's why I couldn't hear that one. There we go. Let's do that, and we'll do that, and we'll do that. Hey, all right. Hey. Head coach Jamie Granum of the girls' side, the Hometown Classic down in Madison.
Yeah.
It was, in your words, kind of a rough start, some tough shooting in the first half, but we're going to talk to two of your players here after you're done, and it was an explosion that second half. So a big win, 5-0, man.
Yep, big win, and kind of coming into it, we had a rough start, but we kind of, fortune told a rough start, like when you don't play for 13 days. Yeah. The difference in a game and a practice and trying to recreate that. There's a little bit of an edge there, I think. I don't know what that if that's called an edge or if that's competitiveness or the scoreboard or and then we knew that Mobridge came off a close game with Hamlin. So they had that game under their belt, and we knew coming in that that was going to be something we'd have to overcome. I said before the game, I said, the first 4 minutes, and it ended up turning to be the first 16 minutes. Right. So I was off 12 minutes, but overall, going into the locker room tied up at 24, we kind of felt.
Turn the volume up, you say. All right, well, let's do that, and we'll do that. We're going to try not to blow your ears out. There we go.
Good.
How's that?
Yeah, it's
good.
Are
you okay over there?
I'm good.
All right. I was trying to turn the background noise just so.
Yeah.
I mean, we are in a sports bar, essentially, so.
Yeah.
How's that? Are we good? Yeah, we'll get another texter pretty quick.
First
half for you.
Back to half. We were 24-24 at half. Looking over just a couple of stats, I love to see what we're shooting for three, and I knew just it's that feeling. It's like when you're getting out rebounded, you don't really need to see numbers to know that you didn't rebound the ball very well, but we didn't shoot it very well, but wasn't upset or worked up, or we took great shots, and they just didn't go in.
They just weren't falling, is all.
And we had to fast forward to the end of the game when you start looking at some of those stats, and our turnover percentage was 6.8%, and that is probably for me in my tenure at Sioux Valley an all-time low in a game, especially against a quality opponent like Mobridge that really out-athleticized us, if that's a word,
I don't think it's a word, but it's understandable in a sports sense. Yeah.
As far as skill sets and style and stuff like that, I think we win.
Yeah.
But the athleticism piece, we probably lose that in a so-called track and field type meet. So to turn the ball over in at 6.8%, so that just means 6.8% of the possessions we turn the ball over, and that's extremely low for any level, boys, girls, college, pro. Really happy with how we took care of the ball. Started with Talia Vincent out front. She went up against an elite, aggressive, long defender.
Right.
Her teammate from AAU that you talked about in your broadcast,
Tegan Knoll. Yep.
And Talia just really let us out front. She gets us into things. Like it's unique to have a point guard. The only other one I can think of that can score like her is Addison Neuendorf, who we're going to play in a week.
Yeah.
They kind of have that combination of the ability to pass, lead your team, and then go get you some buckets. And she can do those things. And then you add her defensive, where she's come with her defensive game. It's been an impressive start to her senior year. So.
As tough as you guys shot it through the first half, you just mentioned it right there, you were still tied at halftime. So not only was it tough shooting, but your defense had held Mobridge Pollock to a tough shooting first half at the same time.
We did.
And it wasn't until that third quarter. So whatever the conversations were at halftime, it sounds like they were positive. You were getting open shots that just weren't falling. Let's just keep playing defense, keep rebounding, and we'll turn this thing around.
I might have been the most positive I've been at halftime, because it was not there was nothing, we do a thing coming into halftime, and maybe I've learned this over the years that you can get in, coaching-wise, you can get into a tangent and start talking about a dozen different things, and I've started to just use start, stop, and keep.
Okay.
What do we need to start doing? What do we need to stop doing? And then what do we need to keep doing? I'm talking to Brooke and Leah and my daughter Carly, and just we go through that list every halftime.
Okay.
Start, stop, and keep. And we come up with one or two things that are kind of quick hitters. And we did that. There wasn't a whole lot right there to just say stop doing.
Right.
There were times we missed some defensive assignments and stuff like that just because of the pace they played at. They would leak out on us a little bit in transition.
Right.
We just weren't prepared for that. I didn't prepare us very well for that. You can talk about it, and then it comes back to just kind of practicing.
You just have to play it at some point.
Yeah. But just extremely, obviously happy that we won the game, but just extremely happy with how we responded, especially with the start of the third quarter. I think we were down 8. Can you correct me? Was it 7 or 8? It was 8, I believe.
It was down 8. About halfway through that third quarter, and then there's 2 over there that are sitting at a table that helped with that.
Yeah.
You talked a little bit about Talia's defense. Kaylee's defense was fantastic. Skylar was great in the paint. Liberty Trigstead had an unbelievable second half, and you just were able to overcome everything that you talked about at halftime and finally get some stops. Mobridge Pollock cools off a little bit, and then you guys took off. We're going to talk to one of your players at the table there. We have to have her explain what was going on out there.
Yeah, she Miley has a superpower, and that's in that left hand. And
it worked.
She doesn't have to put
real
a cape
well,
on
man.
for it, but she does have a superpower. And her ability to score. The other thing I think with girls basketball, maybe a difference between a girl and a guy. Girls sometimes are so much more. I want to say this in a great way, but unselfish and not thinking as much me first as maybe some boys basketball players will. And
sure.
and Miley has this ability that I'd rather take that out of a player a little bit than to try to put that into a player. And her ability and mindset that I want to go score the basketball, nothing's going to stop me from doing that. That's powerful. Really? And then with her skill set makes it really unique. I want to jump back quick. You mentioned Liberty.
Sure.
We were watching film today, and she really you watch a game and then you get to rewatch it on film one or two times, and you just see how many good things she's doing on the defensive end for us. I know people will look at that game and say, gosh, she just didn't shoot it very well. She just didn't shoot it that well. And we kept every chance we get is you shoot open shots.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, she had leading up to that, the week up to that, she'd been making so many shots in practice. And I even mentioned that in the sidelines. I said, this girl couldn't miss for a week. And then here we come to play Mobridge. And it was just, there were some in and outs and back of the rim type stuff. And I'm super confident in her ability to score. But defensively, what you can tell the growth in her game, maturity-wise, is that offensive performance didn't affect her voice on defense, her ability to get in the gap. She really played extremely well on the defensive end. So really happy with where she's at, not only skill-wise and everything, but mentally. She just really is her basketball IQ is growing each year. So.
You guys found yourselves down by 8 about halfway through that third quarter. I think you finally took a lead at the end of the third. Kaylee Craddock hits a 3 to give you that 2-point boost to go to the fourth quarter. I think it was 39-37 right there, and Mobridge Pollock only scores 10 more the rest of the game.
Yeah.
Whereas you guys, including Miley's performance in that fourth quarter and third quarter for that matter, just an offensive explosion there.
Yeah.
And I kept bringing up during the broadcast, look, that's the 7th-ranked team in the state as far as a media poll goes. And you were running away from that team after the shooting woes of 2 quarters, 2.5.
Yeah, just like I said, I mean, these guys know it too. We still haven't played our best basketball. Yeah. And I believe we're going to keep improving. One of the things with that is we just, have to continue to stay healthy.
Right.
But I've mentioned this also about, a year ago, we were looking a little bit for some depth.
Right.
Where were we going to go for 6 and 7? We were going with Macy, but Macy come up and tell you she was getting a few minutes a game is all. Right. And right now I have so much confidence in Macy Top. I mean, she does so many things on the floor. In the right position, going to take care of the ball. She's played a lot of basketball. She's physical. She's going to pick up an offensive rebound because of her effort to find 15 feet. So all of those little things, and what makes Macy, I think, special is she knows when she's on the court with Liberty and Talia and Kaylee and probably even Miley and Amari, she's not option number 1.
Yeah. Right.
So she understands that, which is also a superpower to understand your position on the floor.
Know the role, but it probably takes some of the pressure off at the same time. Like, I don't have to be the leading scorer today. I'll just do my part. Everyone else will do theirs.
First thing on our board, do your job. Just do
your
job.
See?
If everybody does their job, we're going to win a lot of basketball games.
Well, it was fun. 5-0 now on the season after coming home from Madison with a big win there. It's Dubrook tomorrow night right at the Cossack Center. The Dolphins, also a pretty good team in Class B. I don't know if they're ranked or not. I guess I haven't looked at that, but they probably should be in Class B.
They had a 10. They just lost to a Chester team.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you this, over the last 4 years, Dubrook is going to bring their best basketball game up here to Sioux Valley. They always do. They're an athletic group.
I think it was 2 years ago.
They returned 4 starters from a year ago to a state tournament team. This is going to be a really good basketball game tomorrow. So I hope our kids, I'm sure they are, because we've talked about it enough that you just don't overlook anybody.
Yeah.
You have 20 games. This whole overlooking things is probably just overrated.
It is. It's got to be. I mean, at the high school level, you don't overlook anyone.
No.
You just
They're
keep
really
your kids
good
focused
basketball
as best you can. That Dubrook squad, I think it was 2 years ago, and I was on the radio at this time. So I think they won on a buzzer beater in the Cossack Center 2 years ago. So this would be it was Savannah Rodden, I think, and then Caitlin Craddock, who were the seniors that year. Buzzer beater at the finish, and the Dolphins walk out with a W that night. It was crazy.
Yep, I remember it was Liberty Trigstead getting screened. We were screaming for a moving screen,
Okay.
and that didn't happen. And yeah, they made a shot at the buzzer, and it's kind of a heartbreaker to lose that one. But I feel we've kind of grown ever since. And it's weird to have this conversation. We're talking about the Mobridge game, and haven't even talked about Kaylee Croddick. And it's amazing how when she gets it, she had a double.
She's just automatic,
19,
right?
19 and 11. Impacts so much.
She changes what
she
the
just
other
does.
team does in the paint, and that's due to her defense. That's due to her presence at the same time.
Yeah.
I think Skylar is learning from that as well because she adjusts a lot of shots in the paint against Mobridge Pollock on Saturday as well.
Skylar's up for most improved player. She just is. And we have what's neat about this group is we have a group of girls that could be so-called most improved, and I think that's number one, it's a testament to them and their parents for playing basketball outside of our program. Then number two is we take a lot of pride in that you're going to develop as a basketball player in the program.
Yeah.
So whether that's your freshman to sophomore year, your sophomore to junior year, or your junior to senior year, you're not a finished product as a player. So
Yeah, you never really finish, right? I mean, it's your job to just keep them striving and keep their goals where they should be, I guess.
Yeah, for sure.
The team goal is to keep on winning. We'll see if we go 6-0 tomorrow. Dubrick's going to be tough because Dubrick has size at the same time, right? This is a bigger team, at least in the paint. Their guards might be probably the same size-ish, but they do have some size in the paint as far as what I've seen.
And they've got athleticism out front.
Okay.
They've got a Kylie Johnson girl. I think she's a 3-year starter. Matea Gauss is their left-handed post player. She started for 3 years. So they've got a girl off the bench that I think is just a lights-out shooter, Peyton Troyan. So it's going to be a game. We're going to have to be really good tomorrow night to get that win.
It'll be fun, a home game at least. So we'll see if we can go 6-0.
For sure.
We've got a lot of info to get through, including the boys. So, Coach Granham, thank you for this conversation.
Appreciate it, Salty. Appreciate it.
We'll bring up Miley, we'll bring up Macy, and see what kind of fun we can have.
You want them both at the same time?
Yeah, we'll bring them both on, Miley and Macy are going to be brought to us by, we're at CC's Bar and Grill, so we'll do that later. Going to be brought to us by Bell Brands, makers of the Mini Baby Bells, the snack cheese of champions. GP Auto, Precision Risk Management, Health Source Chiropractic, Advantage Land Company, all proud sponsors. We'll go through the rest of them as we roll. Come on up, girls. Whichever chair you want. Don't trip over the cords out there. Sorry. I mean, we're still pretty small time around here. There we go. Miley Keating, Macy Top joining. Can you hear over there? Can you hear over there? How about you? Can you hear everything? Just bring that mic down a little bit. There you go. We'll try to turn your volume up and try not to blow your ears out at the same time. Hi. How you doing?
Good.
What were you eating over there? We got cheeseburgers tonight? What are we doing tonight?
French fries.
French fries. Well,
Yes.
that works too. CC's Bar and Grill. Is this best French fries you've had, or is just
They're
CC's
pretty good.
fries?
They're pretty good.
Not bad. What is the best French fry out there? Do you have favorite French fries? Do you go somewhere and go, I have to have these French fries?
I like sweet potato waffle fries.
There you go. See? Miley?
Any
I guess
place.
I'm not picky.
Just quality fries is all
Yeah.
you're looking for.
Yeah.
All right. That was a big win on Saturday. You guys go 5-0. That Mobridge Pollock team was tough. Talk about what you guys were at least trying to beat out there before we get into your performance in that second half. Macy, you come in off the bench. Miley, you come in off the bench, but you're supposed to fill roles at the same time. So what were you trying to do out there, as far as
Basically,
defensively,
effort,
offensively?
Give it my all. Defensively, play into our roles, and do
Tegan,
my job, and then
Tegan Knold, one of the best guards in the state, regardless of Class A or whatever class it is. Tegan Knold was their superstar guard.
Yes.
What's it like playing against Tegan?
he kept reminding us to be really heavy in the gap because whenever she got the ball, she was gonna drive. I think Talia did a good job on it.
She did do a good job.
Yeah.
Miley, how about you? You had to deal with some post play down there. Blake Thompson's
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah. Just finding a voice on the defensive end is probably the part that I'm trying to get better at for the first off. But yeah, like Macy said, being in the gap because they were, they're that team. They drove a lot, and when they drove, they drove hard and they can finish. So just being in that gap so that they are forced to pick up their dribble and have to pass it out.
To work at least a little
Yeah.
bit, right?
Yeah.
That team was very similar to how you guys play. There's long, athletic people in there. There's fast people at the same time. They can shoot it from anywhere. Was that part of the challenge going in? Was that part of the preparations of you have to watch them where, if they're on the wings, they're going to shoot it. If they're in the paint, they're going to get it to them. What were you trying to stop out there, I guess?
Yeah, basically you have to cover it all. You can't just let them shoot,
Yeah.
but you also have to be off them so they don't beat you.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just finding a good, in between so that you can not get beat when they drive, but then
Be able to recover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they're a good team, and you came out with a big win. Some shooting woes in the first half, but then you guys turned it around. Macy had kind of an all-around game, maybe not all the points in the world.
Yeah.
This one had all the points in the second half over here, so we're going to talk about that in a little bit. But the shooting woes, you guys are both shooters. What do you guys have to tell yourselves when things aren't falling as readily as they normally do?
Just trust your practice and
Okay.
keep shooting, I guess.
Just keep shooting.
And
Don't
then,
get in your head.
Yeah, and being confident with it, telling yourself that you can make these shots, and just keep shooting, kind of like Macy said.
Miley, you did a lot of drives to the you would get in the paint, but then you would kind of just circle around the girl that was defending you. This little left-handed scoop shot, you did it the whole second half. It connected all the time. Where did that develop from? Where did you get that from? Did you have older siblings that you learned that from? Did your parents teach you that, or is this just something you picked up?
I mean, practice, man. It's all practice.
It's all you.
Yeah, it's the fundamentals that Jamie teaches in practice, and just working at that in practice and outside of practice and getting reps whenever I can.
Okay.
And that's just what kind of helps develop my game, at least.
Macy, how about you?
Yeah, same thing. We do a lot of those like dribble post up at practice and a bunch of donuts or different finishing moves.
Is it better to play in the paint, or is it better to play out on the three-point line? What's your favorite?
I like the paint.
Yeah.
I feel like you can get creative with how you score, and
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. I'd say both. They both work together, I guess, because you have
Yeah.
to get an open shot. You have to
Sure.
penetrate and get in the paint. But
But
yeah,
it's more fun to battle in the paint.
I'd say too.
Well, it worked out pretty well. Miley, you had 2 for 6, 12, 14 points in the second half. Is that close? Am I close with that?
I think so, yeah.
Is it probably a varsity career high for you as far as a point
Yes.
total? I think you finished with 19.
Yeah.
How did you feel at the end of that? Who was the first person that congratulated you that was not a teammate?
Oh,
Did your parents come find you?
I don't know. I want to say, I don't know. I think it might have been Jared Knutson. I was walking over to my parents, and he said that I had a good game. But then, there was teammates and coaches
Yeah.
in the locker room that were like, "Good job," and yeah. But yeah. I mean, it was definitely a little. It was a little weird just because you're not used to that after
Yeah, of course.
that type of game. But it was definitely a cool experience. And
Talk about some of those conversations. You guys found yourselves down 8 about halfway through that third quarter, and then ended up beating this team by 15 by the end of it.
Yeah.
Talk about those conversations. Some of the timeouts, maybe the quarter break, third quarter, fourth quarter. What were the conversations to try to get you guys to, I don't know, maybe stay focused or even motivate you to take off like you guys did? Do you remember some of the conversations in the huddles, the coaches? What was the advice they were giving you?
Basically, I guess just keep doing our thing. On defense, pick up the ball
Okay.
and know where we're at in our spot. Make
Yep.
sure we're talking.
And then on the offensive end, just letting the ball flow and, getting a few more reversals, getting a few more penetrations, and just making sure that we're taking the best shots that we can.
Run, flow, disrupt.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the mantra for the season.
Yes.
There you go. Well, it was a good one. So congrats on the win. Dubrook tomorrow. You guys watch any film today? What are you guys expecting
Yeah,
out of
we
Dubrook
did.
tomorrow?
We watch a little, yeah.
What are you preparing for? What do you need to do?
Well, normally they fall back in a zone.
Okay.
So we've been working on a little bit of zone work and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. I know it's a Brad DeBeer team. He's the head coach over there. He likes to pressure, so there's going to be full court
Yeah,
pressure
full
at the
court.
same time.
Yeah.
You guys typically don't have problems with that. I mean, even with the good teams that pressure, you break that fairly easily.
Yeah.
That's a credit to how you practice, I'm guessing.
Yeah, we work on the different types, or whatever a team will come at us with. We work on it in practice and find different reads on how to get the ball progressed up the court, and then we take it into the game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Should we play a game?
Sure.
What we did through volleyball is called Top 3. So this is your own personal top 3 of whatever category I can find on my phone here.
Okay.
We've done like ice cream flavors. We've done vacation spots that you'd like to do. So I'll cut a couple of those. So let's see what we can find.
Okay.
As far as Google or Twitter is going to find for me here. Top threes. So you guys can work in tandem too. You guys, you don't have to do it on your own. You can do it as a group if you want to. Should we just start with top 3 ice cream flavors? Are you guys fans of ice cream?
Yeah.
I would imagine, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Do you have a top 3 ice cream flavor for you guys? Either personal or together, whatever you want to do it.
Probably cookie dough.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Oreo.
All right.
That's basic,
Yeah,
but
I like
good.
cookies and cream.
Sounds good.
But
Okay.
chocolate. I mean, I like good chocolate.
See, you had some teammates on this basketball squad that you had that also played volleyball. When they answered, they said vanilla as one of their top
really?
3s. Yeah, just because it's versatile and you can do anything
Yeah.
to it.
Yeah.
So I didn't know if that was one of your favorite flavors, but as far as vanilla goes on its own, that's not even
Yeah, I
close to
mean,
one of my
yeah,
top, I
no.
guess.
Yeah. I mean, it's good because you can add a lot to it, or
Yeah.
make it fun and stuff. But I feel like if you're just going for just a scoop of ice cream, I feel like it's got to be something a little more interesting than
Something
that.
with a
Yeah.
little more
Yeah.
pizzazz to it,
Yes.
you know?
Yes.
You need more than just sprinkles. What's your favorite ice cream in Brookings? You were mentioning some of those things. That seems like a Dairy Queen type of thing there. Yeah, Dairy Queen
Yeah.
things?
Yes,
Probably Dairy Queen, I'd say.
Yeah, that's where me and my family go all the time. So.
Nice. Well,
Yes.
it's a good spot.
Yeah.
And the blizzards.
Yes.
Blizzards.
Yep.
Obviously.
Cookie dough blizzard.
Getting y'all hungry for your French fries that are waiting back for you on the table. How about French fries? We'll go that way. What's the best French fry out there? Does McDonald's have it? Does CC's have it? Do you make your own French fries? I don't know.
Personally, sometimes McDonald's fries are just too soggy for me. I don't
Okay.
know. They're just I don't
Yeah.
know. I like them to have like a little bit of a crunch or something like that. But
Maybe Dairy Queen has the best
yeah,
fries.
I do like Dairy Queen's fries, but I don't know.
I feel like fries are fries. I
Yeah.
don't really.
Oh.
I don't know.
Do you
I do
doctor
like
them up?
waffle fries more. What?
Do you doctor them up? What's your dipping sauce? Are you guys ketchup? Some people actually put French fries into ice cream. You ever tried that?
Yeah.
I have. It's
I don't really do
yeah,
it.
it's not really my thing.
Not for you.
Not
If it's
really.
a sweet potato fry, I do ranch. But if it's just a normal French fry, I do ketchup.
Okay.
I go between ranch and ketchup. Just
Yeah.
kind of depends on what the place has, or I don't know. Some places I like them better with ketchup, but
Okay. Some people do mayo. You ever done mayo on your fries?
Mayo with ketchup. Yeah.
There you go. See,
Very
she's
good.
got it. Macy's got it. She knows. Do you guys watch the WNBA at all? Do you watch the NBA at all?
Not really.
I do. I mean, sometimes I'll watch the WNBA.
Okay.
Yeah.
Caitlin Clark, has she had an impact on you? Do you keep finding yourself shooting it farther and farther away from the basket?
Not really. But yeah.
Maybe just in practice, get it down there, and we'll see if it
Yeah.
works in a game.
But yeah, I mean, she's cool because she's like a nowadays player that you can look up to. Whereas like before Caitlin Clark, it was kind of like Michael Jordan and then
Right.
kind of LeBron James, whatever. But
There
I
were
feel
some
like-
other players in there,
yeah,
but
yeah,
you're
yeah,
just a
yeah,
sophomore.
But,
It's
yeah,
okay.
No, but Caitlin Clark just being in like the now and
Yeah.
witnessing that still today. I feel like that's kind of cool to watch.
I like that they're developing the WNBA.
Yes.
I've always loved the girls' game, the women's game. It's always been fun to watch for me, and now you get to see it on a prime time, full of stars type of league. Even Paige Beckers is coming
Yeah.
up through
Yeah.
the UConn ranks, and she'll be starring as soon as she gets out there as well. So,
Yeah.
should be fun. That was top 3. You guys survived. Congrats on 5-0. Dubrook tomorrow. We get to
Yep.
play a home game. That's fun.
Yes.
It's been a
been a
bit
while,
since we
yes.
played at home, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Because there was an Entringer, and then it was the Christmas break, and then we were down in Madison. Oh,
Yeah.
it's been a bit.
So, yeah.
Yeah, well, welcome back home, and we'll do it in the friendly confines of the Cossack Center. Congrats on the great win on Saturday,
Thank you.
and keep it up.
Yeah.
5-0 tomorrow. Well, 6-0 tomorrow against the Dubrook
Hopefully,
Dolphins,
yeah.
Let's
so
hope
we'll
so,
see what
yeah.
happens. Thank you, Macy. Thank you, Miley. We got some boys to get over to, so as well.
Yeah.
So congrats so far. We'll keep it up, and we'll talk to you soon.
Okay. Thank you.
Macy, I'll take those. Miley, I'll take those. Girls basketball squad joining the show. We got to bring up probably the head coach. Are we talking to Bill first? Or are we talking to the boys first? Talking to some boys. Here we go. This is the front chair. That's the back chair. Have you put those on? Make sure you can hear me over there. McCade, you can hear me over there?
Mm-hmm.
Carson,
I'm
you can
good.
hear me over there?
Yep.
McCade, pull that into you a little bit there. There you are. See? You're like this close to being professional like broadcasters, just that.
Yep.
For you guys, a big win on Saturday, the hometown classic down in Madison. We were prepping for Tracy Milroy Ballatin, and then we just kind of blew them out, man. Didn't seem like that was ever in question. Is that kind of how you guys felt as well?
No, we thought they were going to be really good going into it, which, I mean, they still were. It's just we played a really good team chemistry game.
And we came out super strong on them. I mean, the second quarter, we only won by 1 point or something like that. So we just kind of put that lead on them earlier and then just kind of kept with that for the most of the game.
Yeah, it was a big first quarter.
Yeah,
Carter Sapp got in on that. Brady was making shots.
Yeah.
Connor Relf had a great game from point guard position of just making shots
Amongst
the other things that those guys were doing. But such a big lead at the end of the first quarter that it was just kind of cruise control. I mean, there was a lot of kids that were out there, young kids that were out there on a regular basis.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Big win for you. That moves us to, 3-2? Is that right?
Yep.
3-2 with you guys get kind of the whole week off. We'll wait till Friday, right?
Yep. Friday, Saturday we have games.
Yeah. Friday, Saturday we have double back-to-back.
What was the bus ride like home after kind of blowing out the Panthers like you did?
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, definitely.
You don't have to get into gory details or anything, but should have been a fun bus ride.
Oh, yeah, it was a lot of fun for sure.
Did you guys stop and eat anywhere?
Well, we got pizzas handed to us as we were getting on the bus, and then we stopped at the gas station in Madison, so we got some other food, I guess, some candy,
some victory food.
Yep.
It was fun. I didn't have any internet there, so I really didn't get to do my part like I normally do, but we were on Huddle, I think, for a lot of it, so hopefully there's something there.
Yep.
There's another toy coming on Wednesday. It's an Ethernet thing, so hopefully we don't have to do that anymore. But what was it like playing that auxiliary gym? Was that your first time playing in the auxiliary of the Madison High School?
I believe so, unless I have a long time ago or something that I don't remember. But, I mean, it just got really loud in there, I would say. It was actually a pretty fun atmosphere.
It's some small quarters there.
Yeah, exactly.
Those bleachers are right on top of you as far as it looks.
Yeah, honestly, it feels just like Tiletown, which, I mean, Tiletown's a great gym, and we've played there a lot of times in the C games, JV, or not JV, sorry, but C and junior high and stuff like that. So, I mean, we get used to that, and then some of these teams that we play, they have some smaller courts, and honestly, I like them because it gets louder and kind of less to run up and down the court. You don't get as tired as fast. I mean, it's the truth. So.
It's an energy thing.
Yeah,
of course. Well, there you go. How is your senior seasons going so far? What are your thoughts on senior year so far?
I mean, it's been fun. Everyone on the team is just good personalities and everything. It's been going well, I guess.
I think it's great. It's awesome. It's kind of hard to understand that it's not going to be there next year. I mean,
definitely.
It seems weird every year that we've played. It's just like, we got
next
3 more
years.
There's
always another
4
year,
more
right?
Years,
yeah.
Stuff like that. So.
Well, you guys are talking like seniors. Like you're 3-2 now. There's 15 regular seasons games left, and then we head to playoffs after that. But yeah, you're kind of running out of opportunities, I guess, as far as regular season games go.
Mm-hmm.
On Friday night, we're going to play Lakota Tech, correct?
Yes.
Have you guys watched any film on these guys, or is that coming up this week? What do we know about Lakota Tech?
I mean, they'll probably play fast, kind of just how they normally would. Last year, they were really good. I know they lost a couple people that transferred to a different one of the schools.
Okay.
But I think they'll still be pretty good.
Okay. McCade, your thoughts?
I kind of just went and watched Sully Buttes, their film and stuff, but I'll get to that this week sometime. But obviously they're going to come out and play as hard as they can. I mean, we played them 2 years ago in the Sweet 16, knocked them out to go to state. They're probably still thinking about that.
Yeah.
And
it's possible.
Yep.
Speaking of small places that got loud, that Chamberlain Gymnasium
was
insane.
That was crazy. That was awesome.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
We played Lakota Tech last year as well. This was part of that Round Ball Classic. Sully Buttes on Saturday. We've never seen Sully Buttes in anything. This is a Class B school.
Yep.
They may have been Class A a long time ago.
I don't think so, maybe.
Yeah, maybe they've always been in the B ranks. But Sully Buttes. The Chargers, another Chargers team, just fantastic.
Yeah.
You watched some of the Sully Buttes films.
Yeah, and I know a couple people from there. I mean, my cousin, she has a stepson that's starting for the team and stuff, and my uncles live out there, so I know a lot of people that play on the team and stuff. And yeah, they love basketball. They've been playing since like little, and they just good team chemistry, and they're fast and all that.
Right.
They've got some good players, so it should be a good game, I think.
I think they're top 10-ish Class B as
yeah.
far as the boys.
Yeah, they're good.
So they can
4-0
play
right now, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's at home.
Yeah.
Just talking to Macy and Miley, it's been a while since they've played at home. I mean, that was
Yeah.
before the in-stringer for them, and that was a week before you did an in-stringer.
Yeah.
It's been a while. So we'll walk into the old friendly confines.
Yep.
There's always internet.
Yeah, it's always
Videos
nice to
always
play
work.
there. Yeah. Everyone from home is right there, so there's always a good crowd and everything.
Yeah. The Cossack Crazies, man, they'll
Yep.
be on full force as always.
Mm-hmm.
You're kind of running out of these games, as we mentioned. You're both
Yes.
seniors. Talk about that Cossack Center, just as an environment, the community that comes out and supports you guys. Talk about what that's meant to you.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing how many people just consistently show up out there. I mean, really. Like, you go to other schools and they don't have anywhere close to the just consistency of people that are coming out. Maybe if it's a super big game or something, but every time there's people from our town just coming and showing up, and that's obviously great.
Cade, your thoughts?
I mean, yeah, like he said, I mean, it's they're big bleachers and it's always full to the brim almost, and like it's like people are packed to the whole house, and it's great. It gets loud, and they come to support us all the time.
It's a crazy environment.
Yeah,
You
definitely.
have your own
awesome.
crazy environment. And it's a
Yeah.
big gym, too.
Yeah, it is.
It's bigger than it looks. I'll
for
put
sure.
it that way.
Yeah.
It seems like it's small because of the way the bleachers are put in there, but
Yeah.
it's a big place.
Yeah, it is.
And then you walk over to Tiletown and you realize the size difference.
For sure.
Yeah.
Tiletown's where I used to play. That was a lot of years ago when I was actually playing. But
Yeah.
yeah, that Madison Auxiliary Gym, that's where the Bulldogs used to play all their varsity stuff.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah.
way back in the day.
Now they have a huge gym.
Yeah, they have a nice gym.
Monster gym out there.
Yeah.
Bleachers, all four sides.
Yeah.
Tall bleachers too. It's a cool place.
Seems like it seems like it should be a AA school like type of gym, but
Yeah.
it's nice. It's awesome.
They may have built it with some planning going on.
Yeah,
It's
I think
possible.
so.
I don't know. The girls love that place. That's where they did their Sodak 16
Yep.
last year. Got a big win over Miller.
Yeah.
Now they did you guys see that game?
Yeah, well, I was
Yeah,
there
we
for
were
sure.
watching part of it. I mean, that was a good win by them.
They were down 8 halfway
Yeah.
through the third and then
Yeah.
won by 15.
Mm-hmm.
You ever had a come from behind type thing in any of the games you remember? Junior high, JV, C games. You ever find yourselves against the wall and then just blast a team off in the fourth quarter?
I mean, there's a lot. I'm sure there is, but there's a lot that's just like close. Like
Yeah, we've had a lot of
even Mobridge for the girls, they were really close third quarter, then just started
Yeah.
scoring. I mean, it kind of just how if the other team gets down on themselves, and then we just keep
momentum thing.
Try to
Yeah. Just taking advantage of their mistakes.
Yep,
essentially.
exactly. They kind of just build on each other once you get going, and then they can't get going.
Seems like that's how you built up a big lead against the Panthers, is you
Yeah,
were
definitely.
taking advantage of their turnovers.
Yeah, and they got frustrated pretty quick too, I think.
Yeah. Were they talking some stuff out there too? It seems like one of the kids was a little more heated than the rest.
Yeah, I mean they.
You don't have to say anything, but you probably heard some stuff out there.
Maybe a little bit. They were pretty decent kids, I guess.
Okay.
For the most part, I would say. So.
It was a big lead at the end of the first quarter,
Yeah.
and you guys just never turned around and
Yeah.
looked back, man. It was impressive. That was a lot of preparations going into that.
Yeah, definitely.
for sure.
That's kind of what we hope to do on a regular basis, right? I
Yeah.
mean, everyone wants to blow out everybody, but from a team aspect of that, everyone contributed through that first quarter,
exactly.
and everything worked.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do that more.
Yeah, yeah. I think almost everyone had at least a few points contributing into that score,
Yeah.
and that's obviously great. 'Cause, yeah.
The 2 losses so far that you guys have taken, that's a pretty good Clark Willow Lake team.
Yeah.
And even that Baltic team
Yeah, they're
is,
pretty good.
Yeah,
is
they're-
talented.
Yeah.
And that was right down to the wire, man.
Yeah.
Brady has a better look at that. It's a tie ball game
Yeah,
with good
I
overtime.
know. Yeah,
So,
that's definitely one we want back.
That's the
Yeah,
2
there's-
losses. That's something you can build on, right? I
Yeah,
mean,
definitely.
2
Learn a
tough
lot.
teams you lose to, but you learn from that. You take it out on a Panthers team
Yeah.
on Saturday.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Well, I think we've got to talk to your head coach over there. What did you guys do yesterday? Was it a day of rest?
Yeah,
Sunday?
definitely.
Yes.
They
Football.
rest.
And you watched
couple
football.
big games.
Yep.
The Vikings were whatever they were. I mean,
I didn't really watch them, but
did you guys watch the game last night? You know,
Yeah, the
Pittsburgh
Steelers
punched
won.
their ticket.
Yep.
Yeah.
that was a crazy game, really crazy.
Are you a fan of Pittsburgh?
Mav is.
Mav is.
Yeah.
So he's got to be going. Is he here? Wasn't
Yeah,
he here?
is.
He is
He's
back
right
over
back
there. He had been going crazy
Oh
last
yeah,
night.
it was.
Probably nail biting. I mean, the Ravens essentially missed a field goal
Yeah,
at the end, right?
they should have won it. I mean, it was like a 44-yard field goal, which I feel bad for the kicker, rookie kicker. So
Yeah. That's the way it goes.
Mm-hmm.
You a football fan?
A little bit. I wasn't watching either of the games yesterday, I guess.
Okay.
I mean, I'm kind of a Vikings fan, but
Yeah.
they're kind of out of anything anyway.
They've been out of it
so,
for a while.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to watch those games because
Yeah.
it seems like it's
Yeah.
a preseason game
Yeah.
only on steroids, I guess you want to say it that way.
Yeah.
Just strange.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, we look forward to a week of practice.
Yep.
And then back-to-back, Friday, Saturday at the Cossack Center. We'll be back home. So what time is the game on Friday? Is that a regular 7:30 something?
I would assume.
I think it's 7:30ish, and then Saturday's at 5.
We're doing
Yeah.
5 o'clock on Saturday.
Yes.
Yeah, I had to take a couple hours of vacation for Saturday. So
Yeah.
yeah. That's all right. I can do that. Cool, fellas. Carson, McCade,
Yeah.
congrats on the win. 3-2. We
Thank
have a
you.
winning record. Let's continue the pace, and
Heck
we'll see what
yeah.
happens
Yeah.
this weekend.
All right. Well,
Alright.
thank you so much, Chelsea.
Yeah,
Thanks,
you.
McCade. I'll take those from you. Fantastic. I think we got one left. We got a couple of kids coming up here. Mr. Warney, whichever seat you want there. Is Z coming with you?
Yeah.
I think he is. Mr. Warney. Warney, what's your first name?
Ashton.
Ashton. There we go. I was trying to remember, but I don't have a roster in front of me. Ashton, Braden, can you guys hear me over there?
Yep.
Yeah.
First varsity points for you on Saturday. Describe the play. What happened? How did you do it?
We call it's our out of bounds play, and I popped out and Holden posted up, and he told me to dive. So when I passed it to him, I just dove to the hoop, and I was just going to shoot it no matter what, try and score. But
That's a cool moment, though. First varsity points, man.
yep.
Braden, you remember your first varsity points? You still
I
remember the
do.
play? You still remember what it was? Can you explain what it was?
I remember it was a couple years back. We were playing Beersford.
You remember the team?
Yep. out of bounds play. Corner pocket 3.
Okay. First varsity points, just like that. See? Ashton, that'll be what you remember all the time.
Yep.
The Tracy Milroy Ballatin Panthers will have a special place in your heart. That was the first varsity points, just like that. And now he's a fan of the Madison Auxiliary Gym. You'll be going down there all the time.
Sure. Yep.
It's a big win for you guys. 3-2 on the season. You guys kind of blew this team out. This was a huge lead at the end of the first quarter, and then it just never got close.
Mm-hmm.
Which is good, right? I mean, that was part of the preps.
Yep.
What were you guys trying to do out there? Braden, you played a lot more than Ashton did in that first half, but what were you guys trying to do out there? What
Yeah.
worked so well?
Yeah, so coming out, we really were trying to just focus on kind of surprising them right off the gate. I mean, they're a team that hadn't really faced a whole lot of pressure defensively, and you could tell that kind of shell-shocked them a little
Yeah,
bit when we went
right.
out there. Because, I mean, after, that initial, 20-point lead we got, I mean, they kind of sucked through us through the second quarter and stuff, but you can just, that initial defensive pressure really got to them right away and really kind of.
You guys are prepping for a pretty good point guard that they have, who's got 11 three-pointers made in a game in his career. He can shoot it, but you guys had a good plan for him. You guys were just going to basically stay in his pocket for the whole game. That worked in the first quarter. I don't know how many points he officially ended up with. I didn't even see what the box score was.
I don't know. I know he didn't score till the end of the third quarter, though.
There you go. See, he was scoreless through 3 quarters. So the defense, you were part of that. It was you and Carson, and then who was the third one that was on him? Was it Brady that was on him?
I think Brady hopped on him for a couple minutes. Not
Okay.
a lot, though.
Just stayed right in his pocket. How was that for you?
No, I mean, it's pretty good. It reminded me a lot of, I don't know if you remember last year with Woolsey Wessington and Lars Tweet.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, this guy's a little more, athletic, a little quicker, faster than Lars was, but it's kind of the same idea, right? You got a shooter,
Yep.
guy who really wants to shoot the ball, and just trying to, just kind of denying him the ball.
Yeah. What's it like to prepare for that, knowing that, he can shoot from everywhere on the floor and I have to stay on him, What's that like mentally for you? How do you prepare for that?
You just gotta be prepared to be tired, to be worn down. Gotta be prepared for your legs to hurt.
Right.
I mean,
Just like any other sport, right?
Yeah.
Even track. My legs are going to hurt at the end of this, but you got to do it.
yeah.
Ashton, what was it like for you in the paint? That's where you did a lot of your damage.
I don't know. I feel like they were kind of really tired when I got in. I would
And beaten.
yes, they were wore down. They didn't know how to play anymore.
Okay.
I don't know. On defense, it seemed like that zone, that 4-man where we face guard one guy in that zone, they couldn't really do anything about it. They found the gaps every once in a while, but not really. Not really all the time.
Too little, too late by the time they actually figured it out.
Yep.
That was impressive win. 3-2 in the season now. We get ready for Lakota Tech. That's Friday night. Sully Buttes on Saturday. You've never done anything against Sully Buttes. We've never seen this team ever. So
They got a
that'll
pretty
be fun.
good team this year, too.
They do. quality. They can shoot it. They can score. They can defend. Yeah, that's a good basketball team on Saturday. Lakota Tech, we've seen those guys 2 years in a row now. Soda X16. Last year they were here for this Round Ball Classic. They play tough as well. They're fast, man.
Yeah.
Get ready for a track meet on Friday. Is that kind of how you prepare for it then as well? Your legs are going to hurt at the end of it, but you have to do it.
Yeah. Preparing for them is a little hard. They don't usually play by a very set system, and they're not very consistent from year to year on what they have and what they do.
Right.
But the one thing you should know about them is they're always going to be quick. They're going to be pressure. They're going to run up and down the floor.
And talented at the same time.
They're going to be talented. They're going to be very fearless in their shots.
Right.
Yeah, I'd say compare it to they don't care what happens. They're just going to go out there and chuck up shots, and if they go in, then they go in. And if they don't, they don't.
Yeah.
Well, that's what you're going to do. You're going to chuck up shots, man. Now you got the first 2 out of the way. It's 1,000 points now, right? Isn't that the barrier? 1,000 points in a career, right?
Yep.
Nothing to it. Are you a sophomore or are you a freshman?
I'm a freshman.
Freshman yet. See, he's even got plenty of time. Braden, you got to show him the ropes.
Oh, I'll try.
We can probably play a game. We can play top 3. This is what we did with the volleyball player. I think you did this through football, did you not? Top 3. So I find a category for you on Google or Twitter or something like that. Top 3 like ice cream flavors or vacation spots that you'd like to do. Want to play? Top 3?
Sure.
The girls just answered a French fry question. What's your top 3 French fries? Is it Burger King? Is it Mickey D's? Is it CC's Bar and Grill?
McDonald's for sure. That's
Okay.
definitely up there.
Top French fries? You disagree or agree?
No. That's not my number one. No.
Okay.
Number one has to be.
Who's your number 1 fry?
Chick-fil-A waffle fries.
Whoa. There you go.
I like the Buffalo Wild Wings fries with the pepper and the salt they put on it.
Okay.
It's solid too.
Not bad. You got a third one out there?
Arby's curly fries.
Whoa. Arby's.
Pretty good. Yep.
Ashton agrees. There you go. Just like that. The girls did ice cream flavors. You guys ice cream fans at all? No? Yes? Ice cream?
Sometimes.
Maybe something? No. We don't have to do that one. Do you guys watch the NBA at all?
I do,
Sometimes.
yeah.
Okay. What's the top 3 teams in the NBA right now?
Thunder.
Right.
Unfortunately. I'm putting the Spurs over them.
Okay.
Even Shea said that you don't lose 3 times in a row without them being better than you. So
Okay. Are the T-Wolves part of the top 3?
I don't know. They're up there. They're pretty
they're
good.
definitely up there. Ant's playing really, really well.
Yeah.
And they're another one that handed a loss to the Thunder.
Yeah. Didn't who was it the other day? The Suns?
Yep.
Yeah, Booker just beat them.
He hit a
right?
buzzer beater, I think.
Right.
Booker beat him, yeah.
They're supposed to be, challenge. Didn't the Warriors go 72-10 or something like that? 73-9, whatever it was.
73-9, yeah.
I think the Thunder are going to try to chase that record, but that's, what is that, their 4th loss now?
No, that's got to be 5 or 6
Yeah.
now.
Okay,
Yeah.
they got more than what I thought they
I
did.
think they're at 4 when they last lost to San Antonio. So it would have been 5.
Yeah, and then they
I
lost to
think-
the Wolves, and then they lost to the Suns.
Okay.
So they're at right around 6. Yeah.
They were like
had a
they
tough
had
Christmas
one loss
season.
for like
Yeah.
most of the year. And then
That's
they
why
just,
everyone was talking about how they might get to that the record of records. So
Yep.
yeah, that's crazy. Do you guys watch football at all? I mean, yesterday was a football day.
Yep.
You a fan of the Vikings? What do you cheer?
kind of.
What do you cheer for?
The Chiefs normally, but
Okay, yeah, they're out of it too.
Yeah.
Tough year for those guys.
mm-hmm.
Mahomes had to come back to earth at some point. I mean,
Yeah.
and now he's hurt.
Yeah, and so was the backup.
Yeesh.
And then they
Yeah.
benched the 3rd string, so then the 4th string was in.
Yeah, tough year for the Chiefs.
Yep.
But they've had some wins, so I mean, we'll give them a tough year and call it good.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about you? NFL fan?
Seahawks fan.
Seahawks. Darnold.
Yeah.
He's been great all year. That's 2 years in a row where he's just been fantastic.
I was surprised when the Vikings let him go. I thought they were going to give him a contract after last year, but
I think the Vikings offered him a contract, but it was just going to be a 1-year thing
yeah.
because they knew they were going to draft JJ. So Darnold went with the same amount of money per year, but the Seahawks gave him 3 or 4 years in the deal.
Yeah.
So he went for longevity plus the money.
Well, and I think they didn't try to keep him as much because JJ McCarthy had like a really good summer season or whatever it's called,
right.
preseason, and
Right.
but then he hurt himself, obviously. But
Yeah. Yeah, the Vikings are more than happy to go with JJ.
Yeah, they were.
What do they do now? Is JJ going to be the guy next year?
I don't know. They've been playing like a Super Bowl team the last couple of weeks, but
Right.
start of the year wasn't so hot.
Yeah, it's been an up and
It's hard
down
to
season
say
for their
if
Vikes.
he'll get a hold of what's going on around them and stuff. But right now, I think they got to focus on keeping other players. I think Addison's on the chopping block for leaving.
Sure. A couple of guys are retiring. That was the thing last night. Harrison Smith, CJ Ham, they're probably done as far as just playing in the NFL.
Yep.
Plus the guys that are always going to leave, your free agents and everything else. Vikings were so beat up over the season, too. The linemen were beat up. The defensive line was beat up.
I think they had 10 different starting offensive lineman groups, or 10 different combinations of starting lineups.
Did their center have 3 concussions in this season?
Yeah.
Plus concussion problems from before he was a Viking. Yeesh, that's not good.
Yeah.
You guys ever had a concussion?
I have, yeah.
Yeah, I got one, yeah.
I've not.
Well, you're just young.
Yep.
Do you play football, too?
Yep.
Yep.
You'll get there eventually.
Yeah, you'll get there. Yeah. At some point, someone's going to ring your bell.
Yep.
It's not fun. Not good at all, but we try to prepare for that. I don't know how you prepare for that. Try to fight against it, I guess. Well, it was a good win on Saturday. The Panthers, man, we took care of them pretty easily. Let's play like that more. Let's just do that.
Yeah.
Total team effort. Everyone scores, even youngsters get
Yep.
their first points. Let's do that more. Lakota Tech on Friday, Celebutes on Saturday. Both of them at home in the Cossack Center. You played in the Cossack Center now. What do you think about the old Cossack Center?
It's a lot nicer than some of the gyms we play in.
See, that's a nice tagline right there. We'll put that on a poster. Nicer than some of the places we play in. We'll do it. You've got a lot of love. You're a senior now.
Yeah.
You've been playing in there for a while. Just talk about what your experiences in the Cossack Center are.
It's kind of the only gym that I remember. I remember, when I had the old layout of it. I was really, really young then, but when they finally repainted everything on the floor and all that.
It's a cool place, man.
Yeah.
Cool environment. Community's always there. Bleachers are always full.
Yep.
We'll see it again on Friday and Saturday. Congrats on the win on Saturday. We got to talk to your coach now.
Okay.
Plus, we try to keep this to an hour, and we're coming up to it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ashton. Thanks, Braden. I'll take those. There we go. All right. Thank you, boys. Enjoy your French fries over there. One left, I think. Easy now. Don't be falling down on us. The head coach, Bill Vincent, joining us. Do we got Coach Carms coming? Are you coming up here or no?
We do. He was out. He had a C game in Parker today.
Yeah, we were wondering who we were going to have up here, or not, or yes or no.
So he's back.
Coach Carms, the legendary Coach Carms.
Depends what legend you're talking about.
Well, it's up for debate.
Yes.
It's subjective for sure. How you doing? How did the C game go in Parker? How did it go well? Are the Cossacks winners? Are we winners?
No, we ended up losing the game,
Okay.
but
It happens sometimes,
we kind of got better as the game went on, but
as we always do.
Yeah.
Saturday, we'd done a lot of preparations for that Panthers team, and it seemed like it, to me, probably not in your eyes, but it seemed like it was over at the end of the first quarter. You guys built up such a big lead on these guys and just kind of beat them down. It was scoring-wise in the second quarter was close, but then second half you jumped on them again, and we did a lot of preps for that team and just kind of blew them out. That was fun to watch, man.
Yeah, well, the guys dialed in and took some strategies that we had and put it into play right away, and we found out that what we had prepared for, they had not prepared for, and they didn't. They just hadn't seen anything like what we were doing. I'm sure they'll see it down the road now. I hope that makes them a better team.
Sure.
They go back and work on things. Same thing happens to us. You go out and you see something. The Baltic game. Hey, here's some things and tweaks that we need to make, and go out and put them to work. And they were down a guy, but we knew that kind of going in too, that could potentially be that way. So we prepared for two different situations, but we really had an outstanding defensive performance. It started with Braden Danziz and got the big assignment to go on their star player, and then he handed it off to Carson Washi, and it was just all night long, right down to when we put in Weston Pitts, and he's like, do I get my turn to go guard him now? And so the kids really bought into that and really made their star player, who came in averaging 26 plus points per game, really made him work for the ball.
I think he was scoreless until the third quarter, right? That's what the kids were telling me. I don't remember that stat line, but
Yeah, I don't think he scored until the second half.
It seemed like that was the deal, and that was partly to the defense you guys planned for him. It was just stay in his pocket, essentially, with fresh bodies all day long, and it worked really well. To shut a shooter down like that takes a lot of teamwork to pull that off.
Well, even the team like that, I mean, they're averaging over 70 points a game, scoring, and so they're capable of doing some really good things, but we got them on a
Let's talk about us. I think we're
good
capable
time.
of doing some pretty good things. You got to be excited. You work with the younger squads, the JV guys. Ashton gets his first points on Saturday. That's a huge moment for him. He'll remember that forever. We talked about Braden and his first varsity points that he scored.
Yep.
You got to be excited about some of the JV things that you see in that. Yes, it is kind of a blowout win at the same time, but getting those kids those valuable minutes right there and then watching them flourish, that's got to be cool for you.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And, some are really starting to come on now. Like I said, Cooper Teskey's really been practicing really well lately.
Yeah.
And you can tell when he comes in the game, I think.
He was the star of the Intringer matchup.
Yeah, I think he had double figures there, and I think he had, 7, 8 points in this game against TMB.
Against Panthers, yeah.
So
it's fun to see.
It is, absolutely.
You on the varsity side, you got to be excited about what's coming up. You can just throw them in the mix.
Yeah, it's fun to have that depth and to have kids willing to do that stuff, meaning it's one thing to have the ability to maybe just, I got to sell out on defense tonight, but then to be bought into it. And then when you flip the script and you go to offense, you're starting to see those pieces come together. A Connor Ralph starting to understand our system and spinning the ball and what reads to make and look in our transition game. And that really shined through. He had 7 assists the other day. He's averaging over 5.5 assists a game. And that's helping everyone then get wide open looks when the ball starts spinning and moving and we get some 0-second reversals and we make plays in an 1/8 of a second and pass up good for great. All those things that we spend our time priding ourselves in are starting to shine through offensively a little bit, and that helps. Chris, it helps when the ball goes through the hoop when you have someone like Brady Hilton. Was it six threes in the first quarter, maybe at the Intringer?
Yeah.
To have some, just see the ball go through the hoop really helps as well. This confidence goes up for everybody when that's happening.
I was just going to ask you what you're most excited about at this point of the season, but I think you just answered right there of the gelling that's happening right now.
The growth of the team.
Yeah.
The growth of the team, and you think of it, you see it out on the floor, and you see that, but it's also all the way down to, like you mentioned, a Cooper Teskey, and there's 20-some guys with our varsity.
Yeah.
And all those guys could contribute, could be in uniforms. We don't have that many, so they got to do their they buy in. We got a defensive scout team that Carms gets ready to go, that these guys get to see against. We got an offensive scout team that Colin and Trevor Olson get ready to go. We got Ryan Burgraff coming in and helping our post players. So just to see all that growth that's coming through is fun. And the other thing that we have going on that maybe we don't always have is we've got lots of combinations we can go with, which is just such a luxury of, sometimes you have depth, but maybe they know one spot or they know this or that. We have combinations. We can mix people all around, slide people to different positions, go big, go small, go quick, and different things like that. And that'll help us. We got to put in a little more time maybe than other years at scouting and getting a little more in-depth in scouting of what combinations are going to work best for those games, but it's fun. It's really fun.
It was exciting to see that team play on Saturday. It was a really good Tracy Milroy Ballatin team that we were kind of worried about, and it just worked out so well. Now we continue that momentum then, or we carry that momentum into this week. Some practices, Lakota Tech on Friday. What do we got to do for Lakota Tech?
Well, like I said, just the style they play and some of the things they do makes it difficult to play them once in a while.
Sure.
It's a little chaotic, you got to stay organized and do a lot of the basic things that, if you just want to try to run around with not much organization, and you're not really going to get too much done. So you got to be organized and you got to be ready to really be focused on what you're doing.
What are some of the names on Lakota Tech we got to worry about? They got big guards? Do they have big people in the paint? What do we got to worry about with these guys?
Yeah, they do. They got a really nice guard out front. Cooney is his name, and he has been, just kind of showing up on social media in the last week or so. I think 3 straight nights where he's gone out and set career highs for himself, scoring up in the 20s. He's got a nice wing next to him, 6'3" wing, athletic wing, that hasn't always been in uniform, whether that's from injury or illness. But what we hear is expected back in our game. They lost a couple of big names, Tonchi and I want to say Standing Soldier, names that people recognize from that big-time game in Chamberlain, Sioux Valley and Lakota Tech, and the outstanding performances they had there. But I believe they're playing maybe with Red Cloud at this stage. So they're a younger team that has looked really good at times, and then there's times that they've been, going through growth or whatever and having illness and injuries affect that. We always think, like a year ago when they were going through some of that, hey, it's a trip to Volga, it's a trip to a classic, it's 2 nights, it's an overnight stay.
Right.
Kind of everyone wants to be on that bus and ready to go play the Cossacks, so we'll prepare for their best game.
I don't know how to ask this question because you always prepare for the next opponent that's up, but we have back-to-back games this weekend, so Sully Buttes is coming to town. How do you prepare the kids for that? Is there something you do through practice? You just take a couple of hours here and there through the week just to introduce them to what they'll do, or how do you prepare for that?
Well, I mean, it's something when you're like going through your defensive stuff, you'll kind of do a little bit of what both teams will do.
Okay.
They both do a couple different things very well, so you got to fine-tune in on those specific things here and basically working on both of them at the same time.
Okay.
We really love to have a 1-0 mindset, and that's what we'll sell the kids on. But as coaches, Carms is exactly right. We
have to look down.
We already have to be putting in some of that stuff, and we'll put in whatever team has the most stuff for us to practice against, because then you can grab from that bag, go into that grab bag and say, okay, here's what they're running right now. So whether that's Friday night or Saturday night, but we'll have to prepare for a quick turnaround. You'll go from evening to afternoon as well. I think we're the 5 o'clock game on that second day.
On Saturday,
and you have games before that. So you won't have the luxury maybe of some of the game day shooting and type of things that you have going on. Our JV will be in a jamboree that morning down in Parker, so that's going to be exciting as well. Coach Carms, Coach Collin, they'll have those guys down there playing and getting lots of reps. So those things, change your mindset of, hey, we got to study up on 2 opponents, doubleheader-wise, but yet you keep your kids focused on 1-0 mindset and go out and get Friday night's game. And if Saturdays happens to go your way, that's just icing on the cake.
Yeah, our first meeting against Sully Buttes, right? We've never seen these guys. They're typically Class B, right? Have they been Class A at some point through the ranks?
No,
they've always been in B.
No.
Okay.
I think they've always
been B.
Okay.
Yep, and they're as good as there is out there in Class B. They're undefeated. They're playing tomorrow night. I anticipate that being an easy win for them. So they're going to come into town undefeated, and there's something about being undefeated where you have that extra chip on your shoulder, and you're playing for that undefeated tag that you still have. So and then you're playing in a classic and playing a team you haven't played. So it will be a Super Bowl mentality, momentum type of game that they'll come to Volga with on Saturday.
Well, we can have a Super Bowl mentality too. I got no problem with that, man. Let's get back home. It's been a while since we played in the Cossack Center. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, our guys are looking forward to it too. And the last time out here was that Clark-Will Lake game in which we played really well for a half, and then stumbled in the third quarter, and that taste was in their mouth, and then on the road to Baltic didn't quite go our way. And now, as we start to figure out some things and put some pieces together, the guys are excited to now get back in front of their hometown crowd and say, hey, here's some things we've learned through this process.
Let's play in the friendly confines, the comfortable Cossack Center. Yes, let's do it. All right. Well, I guess I can let you guys go, man. We've been here for over an hour now. I try to keep these to an hour, but we'll see what else. It was a C game today. Didn't go the way we wanted.
And JV Jamboree on Saturday.
JV Jamboree on Saturday, and that's in Parker.
Parker.
You said, on Saturday?
And we handle some of those things different ways, at different times. So today our C team consisted of some guys that maybe hadn't been in a starting C team role or hadn't seen as much court time as we would like them to have, and they've had a long break with the Christmas break, and so that's the group that went down there and played. We kept some of our scout team back for practice and this and that, and then same thing could unfold when you go to a JV tournament on a non-day of games, or so to say. So it's not a C JV varsity. When you have those odd days, you can't always afford to send everybody, or you might want to look at something differently. So we'll play that out, see how our week goes, and where those minutes will land and reps for those guys that go to that, and who has to stay back and get the game day shooting in and get the scouting in. Okay. Also exciting stuff going on in terms of, we have our 11 returning letter winners from a year ago. Yeah. And that's left us 4 jerseys that have been impossible to make decisions on, and that's a compliment to our kids and how hard they've worked. So we've got those in a rotating situation right now where kids can go out and earn those things for numerous different reasons. One, just performance in practice, like Cooper Teskey just going crazy on everyone at practice, or maybe you're putting in time scout team wise or extra time in the gym or high character, whatever those are, but kind of have those rotating jerseys out there that people can earn, and some people have stepped in and done that. But you can see numerous kids maybe in and out of those numbers as the season unfolds. So, that has helped the work culture of practice. And, there's days we go against Coach Carms's scout defense and we can't get anything done against it, or the scout offense comes down and they're scoring on everything against our returning letter winners. So that's really good to see. Like today at practice, we were doing reps in a drill, and the non-returning letter winners took it to the letter winners and celebrated that W, and got to see the last year's returners get on the line and do the running for it and stuff. But that culture has been good for us, and is good to see everybody out there working hard to earn those things. So that's exciting, and I think it's helped grow things for us.
Yeah. Well, we're 3-2 so far. 2 games coming up this week. It's going to be fun. The girls go tomorrow.
They do.
Get out and see the girls tomorrow. Dewbrook's coming to the Cossack Center tomorrow. That'll be fun, too. They had
all kinds of ball tomorrow. I'm sure Coach Grantham mentioned that. His 7th and 8th graders will be playing. Yeah. There'll be a C game. Yep. We'll practice actually at 5 o'clock tomorrow then in Tiletown after the gym clears from that C girls game. And we'll get in and get our reps in, knowing that Friday and Saturday is fast approaching. It's always fun to be hosting those towns in here. The action will start at 2 o'clock on Saturday. All varsity games, 4 varsity games happening in the Cossack Center. So we hope the locals get out and support that. So it's an event that can continue from year to year.
They always do, man. They're Cossack crazies, man. They show up everywhere. So we look forward to that on Saturday. Tatanka on Friday. It's going to be a fun week, man. There is a toy coming on Wednesday.
There we go.
Because I do not want to sit at the top of the bleachers and kicked out because I got no internet, like what happened in Madison Auxiliary.
Yep.
So there's an Ethernet
thing
coming.
That's good to hear. Nice. We still had your voice on Huddle camera.
So frustrating.
You were still on Huddle camera, so that was good.
I'm glad I was
the highlights that way.
I'm glad I was somewhere because, man, it's so frustrating to try to open up 4 different apps and there's just nothing. I couldn't get anything to work.
There might not have been room for you in that auxiliary gym anyhow. What an atmosphere!
It was tightly packed
an auxiliary
up there.
Gym. You could just sense it down on the court and in there, just awesome energy. It ended up being a great environment for a 7:30 game in the so-called auxiliary gym. Of course, I don't think of it as an auxiliary gym because I remember when it was the main gym. Got plenty of times to coach in it that way, but it was a fun environment. The girls' game was fun as well over in their new gym, but was good stuff to see the Cossack Crazies come out and support like they did for the boys and girls on Saturday.
2 big wins for 2 different squads on Saturday. Just a big Cossack day. It was fun, man. That girls game was insane. So
it was.
We look for them to continue their winning ways tomorrow. We'll look for 2 wins out of you guys on Friday, Saturday. Big Cossack week, man.
Absolutely.
Thanks for joining, Carms. Thanks for joining Coach.
Thanks for having us.
Time of the year.
We'll close this up and
right.
get out of here. We try to keep it to an hour. We're at an hour 15 already.
Well, there we go. We went overtime.
OT.
Thanks, Salzy. Thanks for carrying everything.
You bet. Thanks a lot.
We appreciate it.
Thanks, fellas.
Take care.
Do it again.
I'll take those mics from
All
you
right.
here and close the thing up. Thank you, fellas. I'll probably see you guys on Wednesday, I would imagine. No reason not to. Big conversations all night long. A big coaches show. We'll close those off just so we shut that background noise down. Some other sponsors we're going to thank now. They were at the end there. I should have been doing this throughout the thing here. The Man Cave Barbershop, Jimmy John's, Langland Trucking, Big Sue Plumbing, Buster's Auto Brokers, Covenant Sports Group, Back Alley Meats. Man, get down to Back Alley Meats, a great butcher shop right here in downtown Volga. It doesn't matter what it is, man. Steaks, burgers, brats, chicken. They got a little bit of everything in there, man. It's all fantastic stuff. So get on down there. Want to thank Tropical Smoothie Cafe. That's our girl sponsor for the player of the game on the girls' side. Subway of Volga, our player of the game sponsor on the boys' side through the basketball season. Craft Chop House and Lounge, Advantage Land Company, Shorty's Hot Box Food Truck. Shorty's has got news, man. Shorty's Burgers and Brew is going to open up in the springtime. They'll be just down from Jimmy John's, that new construction that's going there. They'll be right at the bottom there, so I'm looking forward to that. Bankstar Financial, our exclusive presenter. Thank you, CC's Bar and Grill, for housing us once again here in the big house. Every Monday night, we'll be right here, 7 o'clock, the Salzy Show, the Coaches Show. Just something different that we like to do here, and give the players an opportunity to speak, give the coaches an opportunity to communicate what they're doing, and just have some fun here, man. We do it every Monday. The only time we don't do it on a Monday is if there's something school-wise that gets involved. So maybe a basketball game that's on a Monday night, then we'll do the basketball game instead. There was in December, there was a Christmas concert that the kids wanted to be at. I didn't want to get in the way of a Christmas concert, so we didn't do that. Other than those types of things, they'll be here every Monday night through the school year, and keep doing it that way. We have a lot of fun. That's the Salzy Show. That's the first Salzy Show of 2026. Coach's Show, I guess I should call it. And thanks for tuning in, everybody. Hit that subscribe button. We're always looking for more of those. It doesn't cost you anything. It just makes the Sal's Media part of your YouTube feed. Another good one. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll do this again next Monday, but the next broadcast is tomorrow night. Dubuque area comes to town for the girls' side of things. I'll be at the top of the bleachers calling it there, and then the boys have a pretty big weekend, so we're going to have fun doing that as well. But I'll see you tomorrow night from the top of the bleachers. Thanks for watching, everybody.